I was trying to get us at this, let's say, you have a new folder, right? Let's say so there is one there. Oh, come on. Inside it, you open with VS Code, which gives you that. Right? Do we understand? So index file, index.html, right? And then where is it? I don't need to leave that. Hello world. And then we have our JS folder. Then we have our index.html. Okay, index.js. So we have console.log testing. Function. Please out here. Happen.
So that's to run the Java before.
That was the next time we look at Java issues.
To run the JavaScript before.
Alright. So let's open this one. We have this. Inspect. Let's put you here. You have that. Fave icon we usually thing where it come here. Alright, so when you see that, I'll just click that. Assuming you have time to work on it. Hey. Okay. Do we understand each other? So let's make this one smaller. I usually want to spend some few time doing this before I go ahead. So now my development becomes easy. Alright. So now see automatically it's working. Alright. So the goal of this is to have a button, and when you click the button it just display hello Mike. Give it ID of VTM. Right. Oh, come on. Alright, so we can say const VTM equals to what? We want to grab the elements from the DOM. So how do we do it?
Query selector.
So we have the document query selector. It's an ID. Right. So let us also plug the button. Right, we have the button here. Right. So now we're adding event listener. Click, right? You run a function. This is how you were supposed to write the functions. Right. And bring it here. Come in here, so click this one, this one. That was all. So then I'm patching. So what I was trying to explain earlier was that. What? No. What I was what you said, but you didn't fully understand what I was trying to say. But like the point of it is to know how you add event listeners to, let's say, a selected item on the DOM. You get my point. But let's just briefly set functions again, right? So I was explaining how to declare. Let's say declare functions, right? So So there are two ways, which is the const and as a test. Alright. You can say function console.log it's a string. This is a test function. Right? So the only way we can get this function is to do it. We're not getting the console.log here. How then do we get the function to work or do exactly what it is told? Because now you've declared a test function here. And this is what we have.
You have to call the function.
Alright, so you call it by doing calling test before it works. Right. And the same function can be rewritten as can be rewritten as function test like that. This is new function. How are you doing that? And the other time I explained what's the difference between this one and this one.
Which one?
This one and this one.
The first one is saved.
Huh?
The first one we are saving. There's a name for that. The first one is saved. And the second one is
What is declaration? This is expression. So I'll be the whole way. Oh, come on. Next time I will collect some difference between function by declaration and function expression. Anyway, so like try and get the syntax of how to declare and write a function, and then also how then they pass function as a parameter to another function, which mostly is sort of like a callback. What do I mean by that? Let's say, okay, I don't want to get into that now. Let's say I find a display name, right? It will be a function that takes a first name, last name, right? You understand? Alright, so if you write the function like this, usually let's reduce it to say, yeah, see, and you open and close the bracket like that. That's it. So usually it is your function declaration, which is this one. Alright, then open and close bracket, then the parentheses. Simple. Alright. Or you can use the EX6 way, like I said the other time, where you can just change it to that and say, and then let's say console.log first name, last name. Alright. So you say nothing shows. So how do we get the function to work? Call the function display name. That's it. We get undefined because we didn't do it. Right. But we can still get it to work if we use something called default parameters. Right. You can say John. Alright. And the last name is good. Alright, Pokemon. So you get John. Assuming you don't pass the parameters instead of getting undefined. So let's say Thomas, let's say Mike, let's say James. Right. Right. So you can either write it by as an think up. I wanted you see spoil the homework for you, but you know, I said go find the difference between a declaration and expression. It is really important. And this how most times you end up getting errors. Like you know that you've written the function, but you put it here, and then you run into situations where it was there. Alright. Canada says you don't understand why it is like that. Alright. And then another exercise I want you to do is primitive values and reference. Alright. It essentially talks about, let's say, if this is an object, let's say person, right? And then you say const person 2 equals to that, right? If you say if person, so let's say console.log person equals to person 2, you get false. Why? But if I say if this is equals to 1 and equals to 1, you get right. Why? Why? Alright. So talk about it's explaining primitive versus reference. I want you to research it yourself so you find out. I'll send you the video. One talks about location in memory, which is object and circle. This one. This one is not equals to this one because one is stored in a different position in memory. Right, but it's referring to its position in memory compared to this one because they are both differently stored in memory locations. Right, but you are sending the video to watch it. Simple. Right, okay. So let us go to the most important part of the lecture. Alright, I want to talk about some inbuilt functionalities, some of the inbuilt functionalities that Javascript does. One of them is set timeout, right? We have set timeout. Set timeout is an inbuilt function where it's saying that, okay, wait for some particular time and then after that do a particular action, right? So how you set it up is writing function, right? We call something like this, right, an anonymous function because we don't have a name for it, right? It's important to write this thing. Anonymous function. Wait for 3,000 seconds and console.log set, let's say, pass. Alright. So if you wait 3 seconds, you see the pass showing. Right. So let's say if you say are you following? Alright. So you can increase and decrease the timing by specifying the seconds. Yeah, let's say 5 seconds, right? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it shows. Alright, so let's see if 1 second. It shows pass. Alright. You can rewrite this same function. I specifically talked about anonymous function because you don't have a name for this aspect of the function, right? You've only written, oh come on, you've only written function here, and then you have as a parameter, right? Because if you look at this whole section, it is just one parameter of a function separated by a comma, because we pass parameters in a function separated by commas, right? So then this same function, right, we can rewrite it as, we take out this and then write the name for it, like this one, right? The function, right? You can take out the function, write name like this, then declare the function here, right? And say console.log. This is a new function. If you save it, it does the same thing. Why did I say it? Do you understand? Oh, come on. Do you understand? Right. So you can have a name function, or which is this, or you can just pass the whole anonymous function here. Oh, come on. Pass it as just an anonymous function like this. Then you write whatever. Pass. Same thing. Wait 1 second. Timeout. Reference console.log. Right. Then you have a pass. You understand? Another one is set interval. Right. You have same structure. Set interval. Right. Pass the function. And watch what it does. Log, pass, right. Right. So you can see something like let's counter equals to 1, and then you can say counter plus equals to 1, also is log counter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So you can use it to do something like this. So they are one of the most commonly used functions that you sometimes will run into, and it's a bit one. Sometimes when you open a website, usually after 10 seconds, then something will pop up on your screen. Like let's take for instance, let's say you have box, right? I forgot. Right, then you come in here, let's say you have a CSS. Alright, then we have a style.css. Alright, let's just try and make sure that it's reflecting. Let's see the background. Oh, come on. Blue. Alright, we come in here. Let's put our link tag here. Alright, you understand? Alright, so we can say that let's just target the box, right? Not the box, right? And say width 200 pixel, height 200 pixel, background orange. That's what you have, right? Or we say display like, alright. Okay. So when we say box.active, say display block. Alright. So if we come into our HTML, right, and then we add active, we can see a box. what I mean by all of that. Okay, so we can say, let's just target the box, right? So you can do something like box equals document dot query selector dot box, right? Alright, so we can say let's see if we are getting the box first before we proceed. Alright, we're getting it. Alright, so we can say set time out, run this function, wait for 3 seconds, right? And you say box dot class list dot add active. 1, 2, 3, and the box. Alright. So you can use these things for situations where sometimes someone visits your website, then you see that after 3-4 seconds, now then some form will pop up and say, oh, fill out your details, if you are interested in subscribing to maybe newsletter and visa. You get it? So you can use those things for. But assuming it is not a box, right? Then inside the box, we have something we call like a form, right? Then we have something for an input. Then we say place folder and enter email address, right? For the client. So 1, 2, 3. Then maybe the forms pops up and the person will have to fill details on that and submit to you. So use it for something like that. Right. Why did I introduce set timeout? Right. Okay. So let's come back to the most important part of the day. What you are saying? Say anything what you are saying. You're sure? Alright. So what you are saying, you don't understand, you can say. You're sure? Alright. So back to our DOM manipulation and set timeout. Right? Okay. So you run into a situation like I was explaining the last time, that you have to fetch data from an external resource, right, to be able to accomplish something. Right. Case in point, let's just say you have this data, right? This is the data you are returning from. Yes. Yeah, bruh. Funny. Why then? So assuming this be usually the data you might get from an external resource might come in the form of, well, a JSON, but you understand, you probably will have to pass it into an array. So eventually you might get something like, let's say James, right? And then you have something like John, right? And just add another one. Alright. Okay. So assuming this is what you are trying to display in the front end. So if you console.log users, this is what we get, James, John, Albert. But what we are trying to do is to have it to populate here in the DOM, right? So what we can do is that we will have to, like the video I sent you, get the body, right? Get body equals document dot body, right? Alright. Then we know that through object prototyping, through the prototype chain, we have access to for each method on an array. Alright, so we can do something like users dot for each. Let's say user, right? I hope you understand this part of the code. Hope you understand the syntax. For sure. So this user means when you are iterating to each item, right? Good. Then we can have console.log. That gives us item to the individual item in the array, which we console.log in by saying James, John, Albert. But what we are trying to do is to have it populate on the DOM, right? So what we can do is to first of all create the element, right? Let's say if it's an H1 tag, right? You can say const let's say person, let's use H1, right? Equals to document dot create element H1, right? If we say that console log H1 is what we have. This is an H1 tag with nothing in it. Alright, so we have access to the individual item here, right? So we can say that h1 dot what inner text equals to what user. Alright, console dot log. Oh come on. H1. We have that John Albert. But what we are trying to do is to bring it to the DOM. Alright, so we can do body dot append what? Nope. Do you understand what he has here? Alright. So all of this can be functionalized. What do I mean by that? You can cut out this, then you can say render users. Right. Then you do this, then you paste it here, then nothing happens. Why? You even get an error. Declare it like as a function. Right. Nothing happens. What do you think we should do to be able to have the functions do that? Alright, so you render what users. Oh, we have it here. Alright. Yeah. Bruh. Okay. One second. How to write a function and on top of that, how to what do you call it? Pass parameters around in a function and then pass, how do you call it? The function itself as a function, as a parameter. You know what I'm trying to say? So like in a situation where there's a set timeout, you know, it uses a function as one of its initial parameter and then a timer as maybe 3 seconds or 4 seconds. What do I mean by that? Oh, I mean like set timeout, right? The initial parameter is a function, right? The initial parameter here is the function, and then you do some works in here, and then let's say 3 seconds, right? But if you look at the set timeout itself, it is a function with what parameters, right? It's the same as writing a function as, let's say, function display name with first name and first name argument and last name argument. But in this case, this one is what? A function. You got it. It's the same thing as this one, alright? But in this case, it's the same thing as this. It is only that this is on a new line. That is how you see it. Yeah, let me bring it. Right, good. Yeah. So they are all just parameters you are passing around. So it can be a function, it can be just a string or a name or a number or whatever it is. But you also understand that you can pass a function as a parameter, and it is, in this case, it is anonymous function because you don't have a name for it, right? But you can say, you can take this one out and write something like this, right? And then rewrite the function test here, right? And then perform some tasks. Oh, come on. Perform a task. It's the same thing. What is it? Why do you have this? Right. So just log. 3 seconds. Test. You understand? Atasa. Okay. So let us go to your code and then your GitHub repository, and then let us do some magic. Alright. What do I mean by that? Let's come here. Say github.com. Yeah. Then I go through. Let's say I want this one. Alright. Why do I need it? I'll explain later. So let us go on this particular project. So copy the size, close this, close this, close this. Voila. So we change CD into the ZRP. And this is what we have. We used to SCSS or CSS. SCSS. Why do you? Let us move on. So first of all, let us watch our SAS file, right? Your CSS file. Watch it here, right? So start watching. Then we come to our index. Open it live report like that. And there you go. Right. This is what we have. Okay. Why is this important? Let us open our index page, come to console. God being good, we don't have any errors. Come to our CSS, we don't have any JavaScript in here. Such a shame. Okay. So we can make our website better by adding a JavaScript file as a JS. Right? Then we write create our index.js. Get it? Also, it's log index. So we will have to link our script tag, but here, alright, we'll say JS scripts, which will be in the src JS in the index.js. Abaso. Oh, come on. Refresh. We got refresh. Yeah. We'll wait for everything to load first. And then we have index here. So why did I do all of this? Alright. So first of all, let's come in here. Alright. Are you following? Alright. And use this one. This one. Alright. We can say okay. Indulge me 1 second. So let us open file. Yeah. Let's go to how to open something. Okay. 1 second. We can do next. Right. Right. Popular series. Okay, good. Right. Okay. Assuming, let us go back to fetch. Alright. And then get it to a point where you are able to get some data. What do I mean by that? Right. Let us say you understand this. Right. And then we do something like fetch URL. JSON, right? Let's then result. I want a similar situation where we can dynamically change our website content. What do I mean by that? Alright, so fetch the result, then we say dot results. Which one is this one? Mechanic. Right. I see another way. So if you say result, this brings us to a situation where we have that data, initial data where we have the users, like I was talking about, right? But forget about this part of the code, right? I'm just trying to demonstrate how we can integrate the JavaScript into our code, right? So this is the data that it returns from an external resource, which is to here, right? By using the fetch API. It is an inbuilt function in JavaScript, right? So then, what can we do with this, right? So what we can do is that we can say let us keep this in something constant like data, right? Plus result up to results. So try and understand up to the point where it is just data, right? And this is the data we are talking about. Forget about this part and this part, right? So assuming that you return the data and then you are trying to populate it here. What can we do with this, right? If we check our HTML, right, we see that where is it? This one. Where is it? The banner part. Right, this one. Right. Okay. So we can say something like featured image. Right. Right. It is a, when you check the console, right? What is it? This is an array, right? So we say data 0. How to access an array? It gives you the first one, right? Good. So this is what we have, right? Okay. So we can say something like, there are other things that we have to do first, like let's say while the data is loading, show a loader, right? But we won't touch on that first. We'll do that one later. But let's say that this is what we want, right? So we can do, when we check the HTML, right? We see we have this for the image for this one.
Yeah, for the banner.
Right. Okay. So if we check the data that you return, right? We have the backdrop path here. Right. So if we say something like dot backdrop path, this is what we have. You get it? You get it?
Yeah, because the backdrop part is where this one is.
Thank you. So if you read the documentation, right, how to access images to use this. Forget about this part, but I'm just trying to. So let's just say you want something like image URL, right? Alright, you can do this, and then you paste this, and you remove that. Alright, and we know that we can do this. Alright, and add it to that. No, you do this. So if we say console.log image URL is what we have. Alright. Okay. If you watch the HTML, right, we can select this image. Alright. So we can do const poster. It's a poster equals to document queries selector. Is it a poster? Give an ID. Yeah. Then the image. Alright. And we save. Okay. If we check this, we still have what build we don't have any errors, right? So we can go further by saying that poster dot source equals to image URL. We have right, but I don't want this one.
Don't want this picture.
I want some the other one. There's another one. Well, you let us go step by step. Right? Then we have the title here, right? So let us do console.data, because it's the first data we are trying to like populate, right? So we say date.
Log not. What's 9?
Console.log data is there. I hope you understand what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Good. So
We have another console. This console.log should it be still there?
We can just run this one. Wait, I can't. So if we say data 0 source of data 0, these are data that we have. Okay, good. So let us check the parameters that, yes, I want poster path instead. Alright, so I want, instead of backdrop path, I want poster path. You understand? Yes, this is the immediate one. So we have that. You know? Alright. Then if we check the so you see how all of this comes together. Alright. So if you check this one, we have the title as the name here. You understand? That is the Alright. Okay, so we can say that when you come to HTML, we can say content here. So we can do title equals to what? Document. ID. What? Let's see if we have right. So we can say that where's our data? These are data, right? we can do this, the same thing will be as let's store this in a variable. Say you understand? Okay. Alright, so then let's console that. Yeah. Do what you want. Okay. The next thing we want to achieve is the title, right? So if we check the data that is returning, we have name, right? Okay, so we can say that title dot yeah, right? Title dot right. So maybe we can take out things like if it has the rating data on it. Let's see if we have the rating data. Okay. It doesn't have ratings on it. Okay, so average rate. Then maybe you can change this one to average rate, then you show this one 8.5 instead of the stars. Right. And then a little, it has some text about, oh come on, right, some text here. So let's target that one too as well and calculate it. So if you watch the HTML, where are you? Description, which is in what? Content. Description. Right? So we target it where we want it to right. So we say, let's take out the title. Description. Queue. Query. Select. Check our data that is returning. We can have it will be in overview. Okay. Where is it? So we console.log description, right? Where is it? Why am I lost? Okay, so what? So we see console.log description, right? Yeah. gives us Alright. Okay, this is where it becomes very interesting. Very interesting. Let us do the backdrop just so you can see it. So what is first nothing in the image at the back like this? I think let's just go to CSS. Where is it? This one. Banner. See what I said? You should model that in the code. So you go straight to wherever it is saved. That's all. But it's a banner. No. This is the image you are using. This one. Alright, so let's just target the banner, right? By saying post banner So it is all of this that getting you the image for the banner, right? For sure. Okay. So we can do something like poster path, backdrop path 8. Okay. That's why I like secondary monitors, because we're coding here now with your secondary monitor, so you leave this one. So let us take this one. Save it here. Let us do this. Yes, and no. Why? Because we might probably need it for other things. Right? So let's say const banner URL equals to so we can add it to the DOM by saying that come on, banner style background image equals to URL. should have done something, but let's just quickly do it. Alright. Let's come to the banner itself. Where is it? The HTML. Where is it? This one. No. Let's just add something like where is it? Where's the banner? Alright, okay, so let's just do yeah, this is you have this try, but I want to push it. Oh, why are you disgracing? So yeah, you should have done it, but fine. What I wanted to achieve is to help you over here. Why did I do it? How did I do it? I mean, one thing. Fair enough. Let us leave it at that. Right. Now here comes the magic part. The magic is there. If you watch this data, result. Alright. Let us take this one. If we do you can get something like just 20. Alright. Okay. How about we randomly select the data so that every time the page refreshes we get different. So let this go get this one. So I want you to see how sometimes you can achieve something. So you can say JavaScript. Random. Yeah. So you can see. Let's do that. Right. So let's find I don't know my buns are. Can you do it? Right. Right. Thank you. This is what I needed. What's it? Ah. Okay, so data is supposed to be. Good. Yay! Wait. Flex moment. Yay! Right? So refresh. Oh, come on, man. Refresh. Come on! Right. Yeah. You can go further by saying that set interval every 5 seconds. Right. Refresh the page. And if you refresh, it will generate different stuff. Right. Right. So we can go further by saying that, okay, fine. This particular popular move is right. We make a request to the API and we render the images like that. So we'll do that next time. Alright. Do you understand? Oh. Anyway, let's stop.